Hey everybody, this is Alan Fine. I'm here with Brian Schultz, the Chief Information Officer for Cruise Planners. We're on Wonder of the Seas, and we are at the annual conference for Cruise Planners, and we are going to talk about the amazing technology that's been put in place by this guy. He presented in over 2 hours. We're going to try to fit it in. We're going to talk really fast here on Insider Travel Report. Brian, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for having me. I'm really going to enjoy this conversation.
I hope. You covered so many upgrades, and it sounded like everybody was pleased, but there were you got a lot of applause breaks.
Yeah.
And I wrote down each one of those, so we're definitely going to cover those. Let's start with that, and then I'm going to round it out and say, well, what didn't we cover that you really want to talk about? But one got a big applause was the AI confirmation import tool. Finally stopping that manual entry.
Yeah, so AI is the hottest topic in every industry, and we've been doing AI for a number of years. We started with the generative AI, which is helping you compose emails, writing content, and things like that. And then we created an AI chatbot to help our advisors get quick answers. Right? To me, AI is all about optimizing some sort of tedious task, something that you've done in the past a million times that you quite honestly don't need to do. There's a better way to do it. So we had this idea basically about a year ago, where I was working with an advisor who was trying to put a cruise booking on a smaller cruise line into our system. A lot of the bigger cruise lines, we can download those bookings. The challenge was, it's a lot of data entry, right? These confirmations sometimes could be a little bit cumbersome. They could be a little complicated. So we thought, AI is really good at data extraction. And so I wrote a little prototype, I threw it in there, and I was amazed at how well it worked. And so for there, we just, I rallied the team and I said, this is something that will save our advisors a ton of time, and more than just saving time, which is super important, is reduce errors, right? Reduce the chances that they're going to make a mistake. And you want that process to be smooth. We want to reduce the friction that exists between trying to put, a confirmation that you just booked for your client. We need it in our system in order for you to get paid. We want to make that process smooth as silk.
Another applause line was on Summary 3.0.
Yeah, our Trip Summary product. So Trip Summary is something we rolled out originally back in 2018. It's an itinerary builder, and there's many itinerary builders that exist in the marketplace. This is our third major revision of it, but this one we did in concert with an advisory board of power users. The best example I could give you is doing complicated trips, FIT in Europe. You got trains and transfers and flights and hotels. Putting that into a proposal format for a customer can be really time consuming, can be really cumbersome. So we went to the drawing board, we talked to this advisory board, and they said, this is our wish list. And then I just sort of tasked the team with coming up with a really elegant solution. I'm super proud of it. I think it is going to be just stellar in the industry.
So tell me about client enhancements.
Yeah, so our client profiles and our platform CP Max are superior. With any piece of information you could think about a client can be stored in our databases. But the challenge is that sometimes our databases on our top producers, they're quite large, thousands and thousands of clients. So we added a few enhancements to be able to favorite your clients, and then we integrated that into some of the marketing tools that we have available. So at a click, you could say, give me all my favorite clients, and I want to generate a newsletter to my favorite clients, or I want to send an e-card about some opportunity or promotion or something like that. And then we have a concept of pinning clients, which allows you to just kind of temporarily put them on your dashboard so that if you're working with them regularly, you don't have to go searching for their information. They're small enhancements, but these are the type of things that expedite the process for the advisor, making them faster, leaner, quicker. And a lot of what my job is coming up with ways to empower the advisor to do their jobs just more efficiently.
Another applause came for Find a Flight.
Yes.
And the Google.
Yeah. So, searching for flights, there's a lot of websites out there to search for flights. Probably the premier product out there is Google Flights. Everybody goes on Google, searches for flights. But again, we're really focused on integrations in our platforms. And so what we did is we launched a new tool called Flight Checker, which allows you as an advisor to search for any flight. You can set the type of service, the number of stops. You can even specify the different airlines. And the idea is that in a moment's notice. You don't have to leave our platform. You can get those prices, you can get those flights, you can choose return flights, you can even book it if you desire. And then we even put in a handy price checker that shows the average price of that flight over the last 6 months. This is designed to help that advisor who's on, when people go on the phone, they're talking to a customer and they say, let me book your flights. Well, what are we thinking this is going to cost? People like to have that information at their, at their beck and call. And so we just continuously are adding new features that, and all of these things, everything I'm describing is feedback from our advisor network.
People really liked Max Media and having that one spot for all the multimedia.
So we as a platform have so many tools, so many features, and what ends up happening when you build these software packages over years and years, I've been doing this for quite a long time, is you add a new feature and you add a new feature and you add a new feature, and they end up kind of siloed a little bit. So Max Media is our innovative way to say, okay, we're going to take all those silos and we're going to merge them into one media platform. And again, everything is within inside of our core proprietary system, CP Max. But now anytime you need an asset, a picture, a video, a document, it will appear everywhere throughout the system. So if you're using it for marketing, if you need to send it to just an individual customer, if you need to place it on your website, it'll always be the same, it'll always be available, and the smart technology optimizes it for every one of them. We know what works well where it works. So that trip summary tool we talked about earlier, it has specific requirements for images. Well, you just now pick your images and we make it happen for you.
I used to have to memorize that.
Exactly. People don't like having to say, what is this going to look like? I don't know. Yeah.
Moving CP Max to the cloud.
Yeah, so this is a personal high-level watermark for me this year, because this is something that, we're probably a little bit behind, other industries, not so much in travel, but, the cloud architecture that exists now for people who don't deal with this, anytime you're watching Netflix, anytime you're watching something on Amazon Prime, they're all hosted in the cloud. And these systems are so elaborate and so comprehensive that by moving all of our systems into the cloud, we not only provide a better class of service for our customers and their customers, but we provide a better security posture, a better security overall architecture that allows us to protect against, there's a lot of cyber criminals out there that are always trying to do nefarious things. And so now that we're in this cloud architecture, we get the protection of everything Amazon brings to it. And it is an amazing, amazing thing. Not easy, not easy, but something I'm really proud that we were able to accomplish.
So this gentleman here presided over almost 2 hours worth of this. And these were the highlights that I noticed was getting the biggest cheers, but everything was appreciated. Is there something else that you want to cover?
So no, I think the only thing I would say is just how much I appreciate our advisor community, our Cruise Planners family, because they are instrumental in the innovation that we bring. We get a lot of recognition for our technology, but technology is one piece of the whole pie, and it's our advisor network who work with us and provide consultation, and who really, provide us the guidance to help make their product, it's their product, really best in class. And I just want to say that I'm so appreciative of that and my entire Cruise Planners family.
I forgot to ask you, and I was very impressed with Navitrip.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, especially the commission part, the slider.
Exactly. So Navitrip is a tool that I'm very intimately involved with because I oversee a lot of the development of that as well. And Navitrip is, I think, just an enterprise level hotel solution. What's really great about Navitrip is it does a lot of the price checking and price matching for you as a travel advisor. And as a travel advisor, getting the right rate for your customer depends on the customer's needs. Not always the cheapest. Sometimes they need a breakfast or free, parking or, and all those sorts of things. But what's really valuable is that as an advisor, you can determine if you want to make a little extra money on that hotel, right? So you might be able to increase the price, and we have a little slider that you can pull that increases the price, and that helps you earn more dollars. And then on the flip side of that is maybe you sold a luxury trip to someone and you're getting them a hotel, and you want to dial down that price. You could do that. It takes a little bit away from your commission, but the value it brings to your customer is immeasurable.
But that's abstract. What I enjoyed when I watched you present was you said, this is one hotel room.
Right.
We're pulling in all these consolidators.
Yes.
These are all the range of prices, which you would never have had access to that data.
No.
And now you have it, and then you can see how many, the amenities, let's do that part.
So the tool basically aggregates rooms from, we have 2.4 million hotel rooms in the database, and then 2.4 million properties in the database. And then at the property, we pull in every room, and then beyond that, we pull in every conceivable rate. And the rates include all those different amenities and whatnot. And as a travel advisor, you pick and choose the one that works best for your customer. And I've never seen a tool that offers that level of sort of clarity. It's clarity. It's giving you the complete picture for you to be empowered to make the right choice.
So you have to see that. Now, how can they learn more?
So I would recommend starting at cruiseplannersfranchise.com. We have a great team of franchise development managers that are available to you. They know all about our business, and we're an open book. If you guys want to ask questions of us, please do feel free to reach out. We're happy to help you.
Brian, thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, Alan. Appreciated it.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.